Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Thank you guys to everybody who's hopping on very quickly, and hopefully you guys are sharing this with other people. Alert everybody that we're live. Hey Liz, good morning. Hey Helena. Good morning, Dawn. Yep, if you guys can share this for us, alert everybody that we're live. We are going to do a virtual keeper tour today. Yesterday you saw a feeding tour and some enrichment handed out on our amazing virtual 2020 Wildcat Walkabout. We should have some totals and numbers on that by next week for sure, but we know it was a huge success. So we have Dylan already over here at Shiloh. I was just trying to make sure that all of you guys were aware that we were live. Looks like we've got a donate button, so we're good to go. So we have our backup is Advocat Jody, and our guide today is going to be Dylan. Looks like we're ready to roll, Dylan. So take it away. Of course. And hi, Jody. Jody's our backup today.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing our keeper tour. So, the main part of the keeper tour is enrichment. And enrichment is a kind of catch-all term for anything we give the cats to keep them from getting bored. Because out in the wild, these cats, they roam territories that are, for the large cats, sometimes hundreds of square kilometers big. And there's a lot of stuff to do out there. They got to patrol that territory, they got to hunt, look for food, defend it from other predators, and that keeps them busy. But here, unfortunately, they can't do that. Yeah. So in order to keep them getting bored, we give them lots of different toys to play with, and the stuff you guys are going to see them get today. They have permanent toys in their enclosures, and then the stuff we give them. So we're going to start off with one of our bobcats.
Yay!
His name is Shiloh. He's going to be getting a blood sickle.
Nice.
So,
he's always.
I'm sure all of you guys love popsicles, and so do our cats. Shiloh. Oh, I see you up there.
Oh, he's like, I don't know. I'm pretty cozy.
Okay.
Hi, bud. Wow, thank you for the 3 of you that have already donated right off the bat.
Bud, you want a sickle?
Do you want popsicle?
Cleaners are about to, so they might be a little wary right now.
Yeah, he's like, there's like 6 of you surrounding me right now. We've got Dee Dee back there and Lisa over here, so it's cleaning time.
Yep.
He's like, I don't know, there's a lot of people. He just had breakfast too, so he's got a full belly. Yep. Shiloh Bobcat up there. Well, we can leave it for you, bud.
You want it? You see it? Come on. Come on, Shiloh.
Come on, sir. He's like, I don't know.
Come on, Shiloh. You're my first cat of the day.
Striking out right off the bat. That's really funny. I think you maybe jinxed yourself because you were like, I'm going to pick cats that like always interact.
I was right over there, so he probably heard me. Like,
oh, now we're on our feet. Go very slow. Go down your ramp.
Come down the steps.
This way. Come on, sir. There we go. Oh, he used his rock as his last step. There we go, sir. That's funny. He just had to, you know, be on cat time.
So the blood sickles are we mix some of the juices from the meats that we have left over. We mix it with water and we'll freeze them. And we give them to these guys as a nice treat on the hot days. And for some of our older cats, it's a great way to get them hydrated, because they don't drink as much water as we want them to sometimes. So this gets a little extra hydration in them. Shiloh is thankfully not on that list. He's still pretty young, but he gets a sickle because he likes them.
He does. He pretty much likes most things on his own terms, I've noticed. He loves Operant, of course, and a lot of people have seen him get that. Oh, there's a leaf.
Got a little leaf in there.
Thanks for not leaving us hanging, bub.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. You just want to make me sweat a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh boy. All right, and what Jody's doing is she is recording. So everything that Dylan is going to hand out today, Jody's going to put into that iPad. And so she'll list the cat name, what the cat got, and how the cat reacted to it. So I'd say he's 4. Nice. Yeah. All right, where are we headed to next? go to Smalls. He knows how to suck up to the film crew. You can hop on, Jody. Yeah, either one's fine. And so we're gonna go see Smalls Bobcat. And wow, thank you so much to the 4 of you guys that have donated. Christy, I will ask him when we get to Smalls. We'll see who his favorite is. Karen, it is a really nice day. It's beautiful. So our project today, our project crew, here's Robin. Hey, Robin. They are cleaning up Pharaoh's enclosure, which tells me that probably in the next couple of days, Pharaoh will come back outside. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I think it was about 76 when I got here. Dylan, they've asked, who's your favorite cat? They all know my handful of favorites.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
It's always a hard one. For the small cats, I really like the Servals.
Mm-hmm.
So probably either Hutch or Zucari, or Dez is also a favorite because he's a grumpy old man.
Yeah, I love that.
For the Tigers is my favorite. You'll probably see her later, Jasmine. She's very, very playful.
Yeah, she is. Yep, see, he had the true keeper reaction where when someone asks, who's your favorite? It's like, well, I mean, like, what species are we talking? And like,
Gotta love Mickey. You always gotta love Mickey.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna give Smalls a spice bag.
Okay.
So your cat, and you guys have cats at home, they probably like catnip. Some of them do, some don't. But a lot of our cats here like it too. They also like other kinds of spices, like there's catnip and cinnamon in here. And cats smell a lot more strongly than we do. Over like 10 times as much. They have as many receptors in their nose. And so all these scents of the spices are a lot stronger for them. It's just something new to smell. I enjoy rubbing their faces on it and just enjoying
Drooling. I think she's in her usual after breakfast spot. Small girl, you can get spice bag. She's like, I don't know, I was pretty deep in my nap, but a lot of people think that Smalls is really outgoing because she tends to be on my lives, but she's actually incredibly shy. But Dylan's one of the lucky ones because she will actually pay attention to him and she'll come over to him and she'll show her little butt. Hi, lady. You better come see it. Aw, thanks, Mom, for donating. I don't know if you guys can see her, but she's in her usual after breakfast spot. Right up there between the tree, at the very top. What you gonna do, lady? Like, you can leave it.
They are still cats and they will do what they want.
Yes, they will. Sweet lady. We can leave it for later. Oh, now we're on our feet.
Hey,
Now we're on our feet.
come here.
So come see.
Come on down. Come on down your steps that Jamie and Victor built you.
Yeah.
Big jungle gym. Come here, miss.
Come on down, lady.
More steps.
She's actually doing pretty good considering they are doing that project across the street. Usually
Yeah,
that kind of freaks her
Saw
out.
that nose.
You want to come see this? Look what
Okay.
he brought you.
Yeah, come on down.
Yeah, okay.
One more.
Her nose is working.
Come here, Smalls.
Come check it out.
Come on, Smalls.
There you go.
Hey,
What a good girl.
Brittany,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I was like, maybe bring it this way.
Smalls.
It's like, oh, yep, this is my ball.
Yes.
10 minutes of this, and then she'll finally recognize, hey, babe. So for those of you that don't know, that's what cats do to mark their territory. Yep, now we're gonna get the butt. Luckily, she doesn't usually spray, but she's gotta go through the motions. Look what he brought you. Talk to the tail. There you go.
There you go.
Ooh,
That's more. There we go.
there we go. I mean, how do you not fall in love with that? That's ridiculous. So the coolest part about a lot of these enrichments is, like he mentioned, they bring out a lot of natural traits. You know, in the wild, they would be rubbing and shredding and clawing and drooling and marking their territory. They do that by rubbing their face on things, scratching, biting, peeing. She's purring, yep. Oh my goodness.
It's important to remember, though she's being really adorable right now,
Yeah.
she is still a bobcat.
Yep, fully clawed bobcat.
Yeah, they are wild animals, and people have actually caught on trail cams bobcats, maybe a little bit bigger than Smalls, but around her size, taking down full-grown deer.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a normal food stuff for them, but it does happen. No.
I think we have a winner.
Yeah. That's a 4.
Good job, lady. Good job. Yay, I'm so impressed because, like, I know how she reacts to stuff like that, but I've never gotten to watch somebody else give her something and her actually react the same way. Yeah. So that's wonderful. I feel so bad when we were open for tours. People would always want to see her, and she was always hiding. Like on lives, yeah, she'll come over, but in real life, it's like, I don't know if you're gonna see her or not. All right, Zucari. Okay, we're gonna go see some of our African servals. Thank you so much to the 7 of you guys that have donated. So in case you're wondering about the logging that Jody's doing, so again, on the iPad, we have an enrichment log and then we have an operant conditioning log. We haven't done any operant yet, but I think that's what we're gonna do with Zucari. So she will go into either of those charts and she will choose the cat's name, and then she'll choose out of a drop down what it is we gave or did with that cat. And then she'll do a score of 1 through 4. 1 means they didn't come over at all the way up to a 4, which is, you know, major interaction, loved it. And that's how we can determine what things cats actually really, really love, and what things it would be a waste if you were going to, you know, give that to that cat, because they're definitely going to ignore it. All right. To see our first African serval. I'm gonna do some operant.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do operant conditioning with Zucari. So it's a little bit different than the other forms of enrichment. What basically I'm going to do is have him do some behaviors, and then reward him with a treat, a piece of meat. Today it's beef.
Nice, you will like that.
And why we have them do these behaviors is to help our veterinary care with them. We don't teach them any tricks or anything like that. It's not for entertainment, even though you may enjoy watching it.
Mm-hmm.
It is for their care.
Yeah.
Because what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to walk certain places, lie down, stand back up, go into his lockout. And all of that is so that if Dr. Justin or one of our vets comes out and needs to take a look at him, he'll be comfortable doing those behaviors and we'll do them for us and be able to cooperate.
Yeah, it takes the stress out of the vet visits. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So say if one of our keepers in the morning noticed that Zucari was limping, the vet comes out in the afternoon to take a look. You guys know cats, they nap a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's completely asleep, doesn't want to come over and see us, then we can't really get a good view of him walking around. But if he knows he'll get a treat, you can see him walking and helps us treat him that way.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And I will throw in that Zucari's also on our naughty list. So not for operant conditioning, he's actually can be really good at that. He does get naughty with that as well. But our naughty list contains certain cats that if you give them paper enrichment, they will eat it. And we don't want to condone that behavior, so they don't get paper enrichment. So he gets a lot of operant, a lot of sickles, and a lot of loose spices. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Beecher did notice us. You guys will hear him in the background. But we're going to make our way over to him as well. Oh, well, there we go. Yeah. That's fine. Oh, thank you. Beecher's currently on his extended funcation. So while he focuses on the cat, I'll kind of explain a little bit more about our operant program. As he said, this is for medical purposes. So what we do is we assign certain cats to certain keepers, and then we have certain cats that are training cats that everybody learning can work with. And what we do, oh yeah, he's back there in that back corner. And so what we do is, yeah. What we do, oh, he's on his feet. He might just come over to you.
Come over here, bud. There's no locket up here. That's okay.
Well, you can walk him all the way over, probably. So the point of this was if he was sleeping and he did not want to come over for a treat, the more that you've worked with these guys, the more likely it is that you can call them and they'll just pop up right from their nap and come running over. And again, that's really important if we think during breakfast he was having an issue. So you saw how he just ran over. Yeah, you're fine. So we don't do any negative reinforcement, so it's all about timing. And so we don't want to get them used to, jumping or sticking their paw out or acting aggressively. And so it's a timing issue for most keepers, is to get used to when you actually want to treat the cat. And so now Dylan has been able to get him from his very, very farthest back section all the way up front. So if we needed to trap him or transport him or have the vet take a look at him, this is the best way for us to move the cats around with zero stress. And so we have to break a session like what he just did when Zucari stood up and jumped off the side. We don't want that behavior, so we ignore it. And now he's going to show you his feeding lockout, which is another really important place for the cats. So see how he did not give him a treat while he was standing, but as soon as he put his feet back on the ground, he was ready to give him his treat.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's trying to train me there.
He is. He's trying to train Dylan by saying, oh, I'll run back and lock out. But that's not what Dylan asked him to do, so he didn't treat him for it. Certain cats are very, very smart, and they'll just start pulling out all the behaviors.
Down.
Nice. That was actually not too bad other than all that standing up. But he's young, so that's pretty common with the young guys. So real quick with his feeding lockout, a lot of people have the misconception when they see a cat in this extended box that it's their full enclosure, but it's not. You saw Zucari run from all the way in the very back, all the way up front. And this is just a feeding lockout where we feed them every morning. And then they can come in for fresh water here as well. But the exciting part is there's this guillotine door we can close that is attached to this pole here. And so we could hypothetically call Zucari into his feeding lockout, close the door behind him, and then take a transport cage right inside and easily transport him to the vet's office or our on-site hospital if we needed to. Not gonna put him through that today, but that's the whole purpose of that, so.
More extended sessions, like with their assigned cats.
Yep.
So they'll do a lockout like I did with Zucari, and then we'll start by just moving the door slightly while they're in there to get them used to that door being able to move.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they get more comfortable with that, they'll slowly lower that door, just so that if we ever do need to do it, Brittany just said, the cat is not overly stressed, and it's not a time that they're going to hate us for it.
Exactly, yeah. And it's a happy place because it is where they come every single day for breakfast. So to them, it's just like, oh, this is where food magically appears. So it's not a stressful thing. All right, well, we better get to that noisy neighbor. All right. We've got some enrichment for Beecher. There's Zucari still patiently waiting. Yeah, he usually reacts pretty good to him. He sure is. Right into rabbit kicking. Oh my goodness. What'd you put in that one?
Catnip and cinnamon.
Okay. Oh my word. Did you get it? So again, with natural behaviors, if he had caught something in the wild, oh, it exploded. He would be kicking it around, batting it around, you know, again, removing feathers, removing fur. He got a face full of catnip. Uh-oh, you're gonna be catnipped out now.
Yep.
So many bunny kicks there. Look at that belly. So Beecher is actually a Savannah cat. So he does look a little, you know, similar to Zucari that we just saw.
He's an F1, right?
He is an F1, yeah. He's a first generation Savannah cat. Dylan can tell you a little bit more about him.
Yes, so Savannah cats are hybrids between servals, like Zucari we saw, and house cats. He's a first generation. People, unfortunately, think that breeding the servals with house cats will make them more docile, make them more suitable to being a pet, but is very much not the case. Mm-hmm. As you can see, Beecher is here with us. He's acting very cute right now, but he used to be a pet. I believe actually right here in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, the lady said she'd actually come here on a tour, mm-hmm. and we had told her all about how bad of an idea trying to own one of these would be, and she unfortunately still went ahead and did it, and then within a couple of years admitted her mistake and then asked for our help.
Yes, she bought Beecher when he was just a kitten, a couple weeks old, and she purchased him for $15,000. So a lot of money, and then she tried her best to make Beecher comfortable in her house. She actually built him an addition to her house that was kind of indoor-outdoor so he could be a little more comfortable, which cost her like another $10,000. But Beecher was just very unhappy living as a pet. He did not want to be touched, picked up, cuddled with. Anytime she tried, he would bite, he would claw. Even she unfortunately declawed him on all four paws. But he would still bite, and she was just covered in scratches and bite marks. And to my knowledge, he actually bit the woman's fiance very severely. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of household drama.
Yeah.
It sounded like.
And then finally, after 5 years, like Brittany said, she decided this is too much. It's not going to work. So she brought him here to live with us.
Yeah. You can definitely tell he very much enjoys being like untouched and in his own space and outdoors, you know, eating grass and chasing lizards. And oh my, that was a really big 4.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have the munchies after this.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I see that they left a little tray of food for him. That is another big issue with hybrids, is all of our hybrids are extremely picky eaters. I think every single one of them's on some form of a special diet. They tend to have a lot of digestive issues, other things like that can cause a lot of issues if you're trying to keep one as a pet. And so he apparently didn't want breakfast, whatever he originally got this morning. So there's a little plate in there for him. But we will have to keep coming out again and again and trying to offer him something that he might like. And it changes every single day, so. Maybe. I don't see him anywhere. He must have a full belly because he's not out here yelling, so. Otherwise, we can head over to Jinx. Yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna go see our Jinxie boy. I think we'll probably do some operant with Jinx. All right. Well, thank you to everybody that is helping each other out in the comments. When I do these tours, I try to make it a little bit more of a less me reading my screen and more me being in the moment. I like to make sure you guys are hearing what the guide has to say and that we're carrying on a conversation full of information you guys might want to know. So I apologize if there's anything I'm missing, but I never worry about that because all of you guys are so amazing moderating these lives for me. Thank you very much to the 10 of you that have donated. Yeah, I had this fun moment the other day. I called and I thought I saw him twice and it wasn't him. And then I finally was like, oh, nope, he was at the clear other side of the enclosure.
He has been hanging out in that den over there.
Yeah, he likes that side when he's not eating for some reason.
Get to you in a minute.
If you guys missed it yesterday, Manny got a pumpkin on Instagram. Jasmine got one on Facebook. Where's Flat Cat? I have a feeling he's at the other end. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. You got your pumpkin all the way over here. Good job. We gave it to him in that bubble down there. And it's over here now. Did you bring it with ya?
Annie. Just the gate, it's not a gate.
Yeah, the gate that's like a random not gate. You gonna get a sickle? So we will go to Jinx, but we're gonna start out with Manny first. That was a full pumpkin yesterday. So Manny's gonna get a blood sickle.
Gotta look intimidating?
Yeah, he's like, I gotta make sure all of you aren't gonna try to take it back. Are you fixated on her? It's not a real tour yet. Those haven't come back yet. We did close our doors to the public on March 16th out of precaution for COVID-19. So we have only been doing virtual tours like this and our live walkabouts. You don't want that? I was like, that's something I've never seen before. Yeah, he does have a little spot there, doesn't he? I think it's just a mark, but I would definitely mention it. It's on his left shoulder. Always observing the cats. So it looks like he's missing a tiny little piece of fur right on his shoulder. So that is something that we'll log for the vets. We get our eyes on these cats multiple times a day. First thing in the morning, when we go around and we close lockouts in the morning, that's the first time we've seen them since the night before. Right after that is breakfast time, so we're always watching how they're walking, how they're eating, how all the different parts of them look. And then cleaners come around and they can see how everybody's acting after breakfast. Then there's double checkers that also check out. Is he? Okay. That also check on the cats, make sure, have they drank a ton of water since the cleaners were just there an hour before. All of these things are watched. Then after that is when everybody comes out and does enrichment and operant. So same deal, we're always watching to see how the cats are acting. And then by evening, it's evening meds and supplements. So 2 more sets of eyes are on the cats. Did he find his way around somewhere?
Might be him back there.
Yeah, I think he likes those first 3 bubbles closest to Nikki for some reason. Sorry, nope, that sickle's for you. So we're gonna let him, thank you Bella and Andy for the donations. I think you've had Mike and Tanya say hi to you on here.
Oh, hey guys.
I've missed most of the comments. I wasn't really watching, but I kind of saw other people's comments. Those are 2 former interns. Mike was just here like, what, a week or 2 ago? Now we've found Jinxie. Flat catting in his tunnel.
Leopards like Jinx, very smart.
Yes, he does. He knows how to train us more than we train him. He's like, which one of you has the food?
Lock out.
As you can see, he took him into his feeding lockout. See how he did it down, expecting, yep. He's also gonna walk Dylan to another section.
Yeah.
He's so fast, he almost does it before you can ask him. And keep in mind, he's 21 years old, so
Wild man.
he is.
Lock out.
And we have successfully trapped Jinx in a lockout for multiple dental and vet exams, and he does really, really well. And it's all because of how smart he is and his operant conditioning. So, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about him while we're here?
So Jinx actually used to be in our, we called it our witness protection program, because he, along with 3 tigers, were privately owned in Ohio. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is.
And their owner wasn't properly taking care of them, so they were confiscated by the government. And their previous owner tried to get them back, so he went to the legal system and tried to get custody of these animals back. And while that court case was ongoing, Big Cat Rescue agreed to house the animals here on our expense.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yep.
And so they lived here with us for 4 years, and we didn't know anything about them at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We just knew what species they were, if they were male or female. Didn't know how old they were, didn't know what their real names were. Certain select members of the staff knew,
Mm-hmm.
but most of us did not.
Yep.
And we couldn't tell our tour guests their story because we didn't know it.
Right.
Until eventually the courts decided that the cats would not be returned to their previous owner,
Mm-hmm.
and they would remain here with us at Big Cat Rescue.
Yep.
So Jinx is not his original name. Jinx is the name that we gave him, but
Mhm.
is what we all have come to know and love him by.
Yeah.
So he stays Jinx.
He
Right, buddy?
is, yeah. I don't think you guys can see his spots super well right now, but he is a black leopard. This is something a lot of people get confused on. He's not a black panther. There's technically no such thing in the animal world. It is a nickname that has stuck over time, but they would either be a black jaguar or a black leopard.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's just like super intensely staring at him. He's like, there's got to be more in there.
You on a diet for a while.
Yeah, you got neutered and then your hormones went a little wild. It's okay though.
Happens to the best of us.
It does. All right, so I think we're gonna head over. We've seen 2 bobcats, and we saw an African serval, and we saw a hybrid beacher, our Savannah cat. We saw Manny Jaguar, and we just saw Jinx, so I think we're gonna head into our tigers, right? Okay.
How am I doing on time?
Good, you actually still have a half an hour.
Oh, sweet.
So even if you want to double back to a small, I guess we only have our 2 mediums here, but I mean, I'm sure sickle for Cyrus would be fine. Just saying. Thank you very much to the 12 of you guys that have donated. And again, everybody helping each other out in the comments. You can tell we've got quite a few newcomers. So those questions are always super important so that we can help make sure that people totally understand what it is they're seeing here. We are a GFAS accredited sanctuary, so we don't buy, sell, trade, breed, or touch any of the cats here. All right. Manny's still working on his sickle.
It used to be a puncture, but he's figured out to make it last longer.
I agree, yeah, he did used to just bite right through him. All right, where are we off to? Okay, sure. Yeah, we've got a few minutes. That's why I keep encouraging everyone to don't forget Cyrus because he... No, of course not. So Cyrus and Chaos are our 2 caracals, and they recently moved. It's probably been about 2 weeks now. They're tucked back in this little corner now. Yeah, she's on our platform. Yeah, perfect.
I've been told that even though Chaos lives next to the big scary leopard, that she's not intimidated whatsoever.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be at all. Not at all. She is enjoying her platform. Hi, lady. Hi, lady. I know. Do you want a sickle? What is that noise?
You want a sickle? I don't know if I can get it on the platform.
She's like, that's the only way I want it.
I can try.
Oh, that was an epic throw. Chaos and her blood sickle.
There we go.
Perfect. Good job, Dylan.
Thank you.
So you guys saw Cyrus yesterday on Jen's feeding tour. And I always love the fact that she talks about them, and that in Turkish, caracal means black ears. And they sometimes are called a desert lynx, and you can see why with their coloration. This is another cat, unfortunately, that people seem to think would make a good pet. Servals and caracals because they're smaller, or any kind of hybrid of that. These cats are actually quite large. And if you saw the day that we moved Cyrus and Chaos, we had to vaccinate them that day as well, and it was terrifying. Good job. We better go see the boy now. Perfect. That is the perfect type of enrichment where there was 0 stress. She didn't even have to leave her platform, and she's going to be nice and hydrated now. He can attest those kinds of throws. That's like a once in a lifetime. Like, very rarely have I ever gotten it like so perfect. Hi, bud. Since they're over there feeding Beecher, you get a treat too. Gotta watch the cup. It's the way of distraction there. He has to use the cup to kind of get him to look a different direction and then toss it in there. Even on cold days, the cats still like the sickles. but especially on the warmer days. Chaos is about 12 or 13, I believe, and Cyrus is about 10 years old. He was slightly younger than her. They were housed together at like a cattery in Ohio. Yeah, the same place Zucari came from. We were told that there was up to about 15 cats there, all being used for the illegal pet trade to create more cats for the trade. But Cyrus and Chaos, when they came here, because we don't believe in breeding for life in prison or captivity, we made sure they were spayed and neutered, and then when we put them back together, they made it very clear they did not want to share space. So it was really sad to think that they all had to share that space for so long. And they all three are fully declawed. That apparently was to help make them safer, which is ridiculous. So you saw Chaos's big fangs and all of her sharp teeth. And they are all three very, very food aggressive. My guess is them having to constantly fight for food amongst 15 other cats. All right, sir. Looks like you're gonna be in it for a while. They're two very happy caracals.
Hoping he was gonna trill, but he didn't.
He didn't trill today.
You gotta work that trust back up.
Yeah, he'll get there. Were you part of that? Didn't you have to help move them? Were you here for that?
No, Jordan did.
Jordan was, okay. I was like, there was somebody here that got a face full from both of them. They were very scary. Nice. That is me. Yeah, she sponsored Cyrus in my honor. So, all right, now we're gonna go see our big cats. Trying to see can't see what time it is. Oh yeah, you got 15 minutes. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go see Jasmine and possibly Sapphire. Thank you guys again for all the donations. I do want to mention that you guys have until Tuesday, if you were part of the 2020 virtual Wildcat Walkabout, and you received your email and you got a coupon code for our bigcatrescue.biz store. That coupon code expires on Tuesday. Also, if you guys are interested in any of the 3 eBay auctions that are specifically for the Wildcat Walkabout, that's a paw casting from the late China doll. That's a paw painting from Simba Tiger. Or that's a really, really cool shadow box with one of our tiger toys mounted in it. Here's Kimba. Hi, Sneaky. And all 3 of those eBay auctions end on Tuesday morning as well. We will be having some early bird specials, Black Friday specials, Cyber Monday specials, and then of course our big Giving Tuesday, all coming up very, very soon. This is our biggest fundraising time of the year, so thank you guys for everything. Oh my. Ooh. That is a tiger chuff that you're hearing from her, but she has an extremely unique one.
Chuff is a happy noise.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a greeting. I actually learned recently that not just tigers can chuff.
Yeah.
Snow leopards can as well as jaguars.
Ah, yeah. Ours does not do that.
Never chuffed at me, but I have seen videos of jaguars chuffing before.
Interesting. Yeah. No, he just shows his teeth to me, like the big scariest smile you've ever seen.
He sharpens his teeth on the cage.
Yep. It's horrifying.
girl, so she gets the big pieces.
Yay. Are you gonna stay probably in this area? I'll give you room and I'll stay back this way. We're being very rubby. Yeah, Operant Conditioning over the years has actually proven they were able to actually take blood from one of our tiger's tails without having to sedate the cat, all because of Operant Conditioning. When the cats get really, really old, sedating them can be incredibly harsh on their body, and so we try to get as creative as humanly possible. We've been able to give fluids to cats, take blood pressures. We've been able to do a lot of that just through our Operant Conditioning. You can see that's a much bigger lockout down there that he walked her to, but it's the same exact idea as what we explained with Zucari. And so what he's doing is he can check how she's chewing, what her eyes look like, what her ears look like. How distracted she can get. I don't want that end. They pee on everything to mark their territory, like we mentioned. She's deciding that maybe she's done with this session. Yep, she chose to be done this time, which is fine because again, this is just a training session. It's nothing for importance of the vet at this point. She's like, I'm done. I know. She did, and I was gonna actually show them the aftermath of it, because I think when we left her it was still on the ground. So if you missed her getting her pumpkin, there was a Facebook Live yesterday for her. Manny was on an Instagram Live, but it is now in a million pieces, all on top of her platform. So if you are going to use the walkabout coupon for our bigcatrescue.biz store, that is only for our on-site gift shop items. So when you go to the homepage of our online store, there is a spot right on the homepage that says on-site gift store and or on-site gift shop. And that is the collection that you can use that coupon on. You can get some spices instead. Oh. Licking and rubbing. So he gave her some cinnamon. Yeah, I saw that. She's like, that's okay. She'll just ask somebody to hose it off of her later. When these girls first arrived with Jinx, this is Jasmine. She was part of the witness protection group as well. And when they arrived, they were so starved and they didn't understand what enrichment even was. So they were eating their paper enrichment. And they were on the naughty list for actually a handful of years. Once we realized that they had gotten really adjusted to here and they were no longer acting as intensely, starved and hyper, they decided to retest them. And all of them passed, so they can all be able to have paper enrichment. But what we learned along the way is that they loved the loose spices. So we called them the Spice Girls. Sapphire, Jasmine, and Duchess all still really enjoy that. Oh my goodness. we gonna go see Sapphire still?
Yeah,
okay.
if she wants some too.
So we'll go see if Sapphire wants some loose spice as well. Are you doing an upside down stinky face? That's new. That was new. All right, so let's go see Miss Sapphire. We are gonna wrap up soon, so thank you all very, very much. If you missed any of the lives from yesterday, make sure you just go to around 7 a.m. yesterday morning on our Facebook page and just start scrolling through. You'll see all of the lives, all of the Wirecast lives with Lauren, and all the information about the walkabout. And then you can hop over to Instagram, and the lives and all the posts that I did over there, you can find in the IGTV tab over there. Thank you again to all of our Super Trooper moderators that are helping any of the newcomers understand what it is they're seeing. Really appreciate your support and your donations on these virtual tours for Sundays. It is a little hard for me to pin down and not to have enough people to do an extra tour like this with a lot less volunteers than we've had in the past. So I really appreciate you guys always showing up on Sunday morning. She was being sneaky over there a second ago. So she's gonna get some cinnamon too. It does, yeah. I know they always liked the apple pie spice as well. Hi, lady. Lots of chuffins going on today. Not sure. She gets kind of grouchy with me, so we'll have to be aware of that. I don't know why. I'm one of those people that she just loves to roar at. What? Come see the spice. It's like, nope, you people can be my enrichment. Oh. So Sapphire is also part of that witness protection program, and we got to announce them after 4 long years of waiting to see what was going to happen in their court case. I doubt she'll stay there, but this will be a good view. So he's going to try a different spice and see if she'd prefer something different. Hi, honey. It's okay. You can learn all about enrichment. Oh, she was like, don't even toss that in here. Which one was that?
That was Italian.
Oh, poor baby. She's like, get that out of here.
Jody will write that down and know for nobody else to try.
Yeah, never offer her Italian seasoning. Well, you learn something new every day. Oh yeah, she's legit just leaving now. Oh, baby. She's gonna go get some water, I think. She's like, nope. Yeah, she is. Poor babe. Well, thank you guys very, very much for joining us today. And thank you so much to Dylan. Yay,
Yeah,
I was really...
you guys all enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, they loved it. I was really excited to see you sign up. And same with you, Jody. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. And if you want, like I said, go back to our Facebook page and just take a scroll through everything we did yesterday for our Wildcat Walkabout. You can also rewatch this live and any of the other lives we do over at dailybigcat.com. Thank you, guys.